Welcome, everybody, to the show. I'm Jeff here, speaking with you from my office. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm glad to see you guys here. Took last week off. We're going to talk about that. Talk about a few things. Talk about what's upcoming, though, first. We do have some upcoming shows this week that we want to talk about. Also, want to talk about a couple of things that you can do to support me if you do want to, I guess. Of course, the Atheist Troll link tree and merch store with new items. We've restocked. We now have pillows. If you like pillows, you can get one of these. It's really nice for softening your voice. Very, very plush, mind you. Also, we have glassware now. You can also get a glassware now for drinking whatever beverage you want. I'm not going to throw this, though. And some new designs coming to you. If you want, you can head on over to the link tree below, Linktree Atheist Troll, or you can literally just Google Atheist Troll merch. That's all you have to do, and it will bring up this page. Well, when you Google it, you'll get this, and right here, Atheist Troll link tree. And right here, you can find all of the merch. The wonderful atheist merch. Be it the faith shirts or the one I'm wearing today right here, which is it's not a debate. I'm just explaining why I'm right. You pick it up. It comes in several different colors and sizes, if you so choose. Anyway, let's get to the meat of the show. Let's get to the meat. Now, I am going to go ahead and put the phone number at the bottom of the screen. Primarily tonight, this is going to be a little bit of a shorter show. We're going to take some phone calls, though, because that's what we do. So go ahead and get those ready. And I'm going to open up the phone lines now. They're open, just so we can get more calls in the show. I know I sometimes open them up later in the show. That's not what we're going to do today. I want to try and get some phone calls in that we can get in. There are definitely some people that have been talking. So one of the things I wanted to talk about was, so last week, we had some stuff planned. Oh, and then upcoming shows. Almost forgot. Well, let's go ahead and take this phone call and see what we got. Hello?
Hello?
What's going on?
Good.
What's going on?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Can I put that guy on the conference call, if you mind?
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, this should be interesting. A conference call, guys. Right into it, I guess. Go right into the phone calls this week. Next week, however, we do have Atheist Cats on the show with us. We're going to be talking about history. How do we know things are true or not true? And what is the historical precedence for all this? That's what we're going to be talking about. Caller, are you still there? Hello? Well, okay. Well, they're still on the phone, though. I guess they're setting up this multi-call group thing that they're wanting to do. I don't know what's about to happen. Oh, they hung up. Interesting. So phone numbers at the bottom, 678-506-5108. For those of you that are on TikTok, how are you doing? Welcome. You can join the call at any time at 678-506-5108. Mama Bear, you in the comments? Yes, I'm back. I did take last week off for some calmness, some meditative calmness, as I'm dealing with some thyroid issues that I don't wish on anybody. So yeah, that's just some health concerns. Hopefully will be resolved, but the body's such a great design. Am I right? What's up? Hi. Hey guys, 678-506-5108. That is the phone call to call, or that is the number to call. Also, we'll have a special guest here later this afternoon to discuss things with us and talk about things. Oh, maybe that person's here. Oh, look who it is.
Greetings, Earthlings.
Nice mic.
Nice mic, bro.
Nice mic. Nice. Where did my background go? There it goes. People clicking buttons while I'm away, man.
It wasn't me.
Okay, well, Murdershed Steve, I guess. So we're gonna take some phone calls, Oz. Maybe. Someone wanted to give us some sort of three-way call thing, but they dipped out. So I'm not sure what happened there.
A three-way call.
Yes, a three-way call.
That sounds kinky.
So let's talk about last week. No, let's talk about this phone call that's coming in. Hello? Okay, bye. So last week I found out that I have a particular thyroid condition, and this particular thyroid condition gives me both spectrums, the hypo and the hyper, and it's really been messing with me. And let's take this phone call. Hello.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, what's up?
I just want to call and thank you for getting religious conversation started.
Hey, no problem.
I'm a Christian, but I'm glad you have a voice on TikTok.
Well, I appreciate that. We do appreciate our Christian voices as well. Equal roads.
Yeah, I think it's great that everyone has a chance to freely speak about what they believe.
Yeah, I think we should strive for that.
Yeah. Anyway, just calling because you haven't really had any serious callers yet. So I just called.
We'll see what happens. We'll see where the night leads us.
Yeah, I'll be watching.
Well, thank you for calling in.
All right, thank you. Have a good one.
All right, bye. That was a very nice phone call. I was wondering when that was going to go downhill.
Yeah, I was waiting for let me tell you about going to hell and all that.
Yeah,
shit.
that's right. So anyway, I have a particular thyroid condition, and it really fucks with your head. So last week's been pretty trying, but it's actually nice to know that that I'm getting closer to figuring out what the solution is. So I'm also very frustrated with the American health system because getting in to see a specialist is difficult. In fact, my primary care doctor was like, "Hey, you should probably call them and see if you could get in sooner." And I'm like, "Yeah, I already did that. How about you call them and tell them I need to get in sooner since I don't know, a doctor."
Since you're the professional, bro.
Right. Yeah. So, but it is nice to know because a lot of the traditional mental health methods, the meditation, the mindfulness, the therapy doesn't work when you have a chemical imbalance in your body that needs to be corrected. So I wanted to tell people too, if you are suffering from anxiety or, stress and these kinds of things, and you're not finding solutions, talk to your doctors. You may just have a chemical imbalance that needs to be balanced. It's not, it's part of being human. It's part of being an imperfect species because we didn't have a creator and designer, because if they did, they'd lose their job. And I want my warranty back.
Yesterday.
Yeah. So Oz, let's say there's customer service, right? So you go to customer service with your body and you go to God and you say, "Hey, I got a problem with this thing. What is it you're complaining about?"
I think the easier way to handle that is, what am I not complaining about?
Right? Oh God. Yeah, it's pretty true. It's like, thanks. It hurts when I walk, and we all have anxiety.
Yeah. So you knew me before you formed me in my mother's womb, and you know the count of every hair that is or is not on my head. Yet you still fucked it up this bad.
Yeah.
Thanks, bro.
So anyway, guys, 678-506-5108 is the number to call. We're going to keep this a tidy show. Next week, Oz, I have Atheist Cats coming on, Ken, to talk about history and how we determine history. What I'm finding, though, is a lot of people, Christians, find it very difficult when you say something like, I don't know that Jesus existed. And they say, "Well, what do you mean? You can't?" And then they list off names of people that believe Jesus existed. And I'm like, that's great for them, but why should I believe? What's the evidence? And I literally had a 30-minute, back and forth conversation with somebody where the evidence that they gave me for the existence of Jesus is his tomb, which is, of course, a claimed tomb from a small sect of Orthodox Christians. And I'm like, yeah, but how do you know that was his tomb? And it's, well, yeah, but all these other people say it's his tomb. And I'm like, well, that, like, I hope he sees the errors of his ways, that just saying that it's his tomb doesn't prove that it's his tomb. And even if it was, it doesn't prove anything, really.
The two key words was, yeah, but.
Yeah, but.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and I just don't. I wish they would apply the same standards of evidence to any other religion, because you'd believe in any of their stuff too.
Yeah, well, just like you and I think several times talked about this, probably more recently, but how we have two or three different religions or belief sets that use the same argument to try to get them to their God, being the Kalam. How can all y'all be using the same damn pathway to get that? That means it's the same God. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah. I mean, that's not how it works. Like, it shouldn't be this hard, really. I don't know why God would give you guys such a disadvantage. It should be pretty easy. But yeah, here you go. He's got an empty fruit bowl in his house. The fruits must have resurrected into heaven. I mean, when's the last time you saw an empty room and went, holy shit, somebody went back, somebody rose from the dead here? Like, since when is an empty room evidence of anything other than an empty room?
Not ever.
You just have to have low standards of evidence. And that's what I wish people would change, is bring them up a little bit.
Yeah, so, I need to get my my LED sign back up, because I always got a lot of messages about that. I need to put that back up.
Well, hopefully next week. So I want to talk to Atheist Cats about how we know something is a myth, or how would we determine something is a myth versus something that is literal, like, let's say, Robin Hood, King Arthur, like Jesus. Like, how do we know those things are true? And then things like George Washington, what's the other one? Alexander the Great. Like, how do you know Alexander the Great existed? Well, how do we know? What is the difference? Why would we say one exists and one doesn't?
Well, and the other thing is, yes, it's good for us to know that. Like, how do we historically, prove things, or at least get to the point where it's more likely than not? How do we do that? But to me, it's like with George Washington and Alexander the Great, and there's another
Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, Beavis and Butthead. There's another two that I've heard on a constant basis, but I don't really. It doesn't impact my life at all if those guys were real or not. But no. This Jesus guy, like, for 30 years, I was told that this Jesus guy was the real deal. Not only the real deal, but he was the only reason that I would not go to hell, is if I believed in him. So yeah, it's a little. We have a little more at stake with whether Jesus existed or not than fucking George Washington.
And why would he make it so hard? If we're having a problem determining whether or not Jesus existed, how the hell are we supposed to determine Jesus was a god? Why would this be so difficult? Like, his existence shouldn't even be debatable. But it is.
And the Christians always say, well, Jeff, Oz, that's, you're committing a fallacy when I go to this argument. I don't really care at this point. I don't, because I know what it takes, or it would take, for me to believe. If this man walked this planet and he was supposedly the savior of the world, I would think somebody, even I know they weren't very educated people down there. When I say down there, down on the timeline, but you still would have thought at least one of those some of my bitches would have recorded something about this guy walking on water, rubbing mud on people's eyes and healing the blind, stopping raging storms out at sea. Somebody.
They would have been talking about it along trade routes. They would have been talking about it all over the place. And secondly, if he did exist, there would have been things like there's ample ability of people at the time. We have historical writings from other people at the time about other events. So why is this one excluded? Like, what happened? Now, I'm not saying that's proof. I'm not saying that that's proof that he didn't exist. I just find it odd. And, you know, if we found that evidence tomorrow, I would have to reevaluate my position.
Yeah, no, and I agree. And I think that's where Christians jump the gun on that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not saying that is absolute proof that he did not exist. But like I said earlier, I want to get to the point where we either know that it was more likely than not, or it's less likely than it was to, you know,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't have to be absolute. But to me, when we look at it in its totality, even if you get down to the crucifixion and the resurrection, that's why the minimal facts drive me nuts. Well, we know people were crucified back then. Well, no shit. Yes, that's historically we know that the Romans got off on crucifying people.
Yeah,
doesn't mean Jesus was crucified. Then the whole resurrection thing, and I'll stick to my guns until somebody unearths or presents something that goes with the Bible that suggests otherwise. There is not a soul that witnessed an actual resurrection, like watched breath go back in the lungs, veins and heart start working properly after 3 days of being dead, skin going back to the, back onto the body. Like, no, nobody saw that shit.
That's why all magicians do it behind the curtain.
Oh, I know everything about the curtain.
Yeah. But the other thing is too, like we have all these. So when you evaluate the story in the Bible, because that's the primary source that we have for the resurrection story. So that's what we have to investigate. When we look at that, what do we have? We have some claims in there: darkness, tearing of the cloth, earthquakes, rising of the dead. None of this is mentioned by any source at the time. Nobody. Why? Why would no one write that down? The sky went dark. People came out of graves. Like, what else has to happen in order for somebody to be like, holy shit, this is a big deal. Let's tell everybody about this.
And for me, how outlandish is this story that until somebody mentions it, I completely forget that there's Bible zombies. Like, until I forget, because everything else is so absurd. And I hear it and I'm like, damn, there was even zombies. How do I forget about that shit?
Yeah. And who are they?
Yeah.
who were these people? Why were they chosen to be raised out of the grave? I mean, it's interesting to me. And of course, yeah, like Secular Rarity says. And then there were like 500 random undocumented, nice round number, nice round number. You might as well make it 50,000. Let's say 50,000 people. I mean, it wouldn't make a difference. There's still no proof.
Yeah. I mean, even when we did, and I'm actually just this weekend started playing the next one, but when we did our first debate tournament, we hit $600 for the winner. And I was like, no, we can't do an even 600. We can't do it. We evened it out at $666, which is even more righteous. Mm-hmm. But you just happen to have 500 people. Like, the chances, Jeff, the chances.
Without names.
Yeah. Oh, no names. You don't need names.
Somebody might, I don't know, inscribe that in rock somewhere, or make a statue, or devote things like that. Maybe find some evidence there.
And what did happen to the zombies? Like, did they just?
Yeah, who are they? Are they still alive today? What killed them second? Like, how would they die a second time?
I think one of them might be my ex-mother-in-law.
That's rough. So, Oz, I'm going to put you on the spot. What's coming up this week? What do we have on the show? Since we're the first show of the week, we have to talk about what's coming up.
Actually, this week, hold on.
Memorial Day is tomorrow. Are we Memorial Day call-in?
Yes, absolutely. So we have a Memorial Day call-in tomorrow, and then Tuesday will be The Bryce is Right. And then Wednesday is Up Lady Late with Nady Nate, and Jeff's favorite. And then we'll have the next installment of Faith Not Included with Skids and Wes. And then Friday, those are the ones that I'm normally on. I can't remember them right now, but I know we have things Friday and Saturday.
We have things. We'll talk about it. It's a secret.
I'll pull up the calendar here in a second. Because I had to, I know I had plans for this weekend. I had to push it back. Our next whiskey, scotch, and cigars was supposed to be this weekend, but we had to push it back a week. So that's why
So one of the other things. So I've been doing some deeper internal discussions, like with myself, obviously, with this time I've taken off, And one of the other things that really confuses me about any alleged deity is how every alleged deity that I have ever been told of requires another human being to tell me about its existence. And I would say, like, why? And, of course, I get corrected by the people, but I'm not using this as an argument. So chill out. How is this God limited by needing another human being? Now, obviously, yes, an all-powerful being could choose to do it that way, but that's even dumber. So he's not limited by spreading his message to every individual on this planet in an unaltered, unmolested form. Yet he chose to give his word to a person thousands of years ago to then give to me in a bastardized book today. Like, I don't understand why books are necessary for every deity.
Especially ones that are written like thousands of years ago. And now we know by science that there's a good amount of that shit in there that was just made up and they just thought it up.
GeoSim's got a good comment. So you can read actual descriptions of crucifixions. There's no mentions of cross being used. Yes, I believe they used a post, not a cross. But that's, that's fortunately or unfortunately, that's what Mormons believe, that he was crucified on a cross, on a post, I believe. I guess I should say, I think that's what they think. But I know they got a lot of weird stuff going on there. We got to get that dude back on the show too. I can't read him. Carson O'Kimball.
Oh, the Mormon guy?
Yeah, I can't tell if he's parody or not. I'm still confused.
I went back and watched it again. Dude, I think he's dead serious.
He named his new book Peg, P-E-G.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I think there's satire in there. I mean, he's not dumb, but I think he's like dead set on his belief.
Man, I don't know. Have you read you got to read his book.
Oh, I don't know if I have time for that.
There's a whole. It's actually pretty short, and it's like a second grade reading level, so it's not hard. You could probably burn through it. Hey guys, 678-506-5108. I had a lot of people that talked shit earlier today. Where are they?
Oh, as soon as it's time to put up or shut up, it's crickets.
Yeah, that's how it always is, though. That's how it is. They always like. I mean, the conversations I usually have are usually either straw mans, or ludicrous arguments that have no substance. And then when I ask, like, I try to slow things down because they like to just dump. They like fucking drive-by prophecies. You know what I mean? Like just dropping shit and running. And it's like, look, Lola, let's break this down. The first thing you said was this. How do you substantiate this? And, that's when it's like, well, you're just a dick. It's like, no, I'm trying to get to the bottom of what you're trying to claim. And then we do that piece by piece. You don't just dump all this stuff and expect me to dig through it. Let's start one by one and investigate it. And if it's true, you have nothing to fear.
Exactly.
You have nothing to fear. We'll get through it. We'll figure it out. But, whatever.
Jesus loves you. You're going to hell.
Yeah, Peter upside down, apparently.
Yeah. That's not blasphemous.
Oh, is it? Can I carry one of those? Can I get a tattoo?
Oh, you
just down cross right here.
You just give me a good idea.
What is it?
To do the whole like
Anthony 88 show.
Jesus, we can discuss that.
Okay. All right.
Jesus carrying the cross downtown, like dressing up, but only you don't believe in Jesus. You just start conversations because you're gonna have people come up and say, "God bless you for doing the work of the Lord,"
and then I say, "Fuck you,"
and then I'm like,
"Hail Satan!"
God's not dope.
Hail Satan! What about?
Did I tell you about the lady in the grocery store that said something about my shirt?
I wear it everywhere. I wear all of the. I wear my Happy Atheist one a lot, and I haven't got anything. And I have another one in the works. I have one in the works right now, which is the talking donkeys.
Ooh. Oh, okay.
So it's got a guy. It's got my guy from the baby throwing, whipping a donkey, and the donkey is turning around, going, "Why you do this?" And then it says, then it's got the Bible verse below it.
why you do this.
Yeah, because that's what the donkey said. What it inquired was Saul. Was it Saul's talking donkeys? I think. The donkey inquired to Saul, said, "Hey, why are you beating me like this?" And so whenever I get have you debated or had a discussion with an Eastern Orthodoxy person or Greek Orthodox, any Orthodox?
I have not. No.
They Orthodox people think they are just like the shit. Like they are even more than regular Christians. They think not only are we Christian, which is the right religion, but we're the right version of the right religion. That's how they view. So whenever I talk to them, I'm always just like, yeah, cool. Because they're like, well, the church fathers dictated from person to person over time, all these things. And we know that they're true because of this. And I'm like, cool. I don't believe in talking donkeys. I don't believe in magic.
Sorry, I got distracted. My security cameras I have right here to my right for my house.
Uh-huh.
I saw some random person walking up to my door. I'm like, who the hell is that?
Who is it? Is it Jesus?
My wife ordered a pizza.
Oh, okay. Damn it, dude. Why'd you say that? I'm hungry and now I'm going to go get a pizza.
Oh, no, but so I was at Walmart.
So you're at the Walmart.
And I'm walking down the aisle and this older lady she looks me up and down, sees my shirt, and she was like, young man, you're right. God is not dope. And I was like, no, I agree. He is not dope. She's like, no, he is not dope. He's not just dope. He's the way. And he's the only way. And I said, okay, which one are we discussing right now? And she goes, what?
That's one of my favorite questions.
And I was like, which God are we talking about? She was like, oh, honey, there's only one. And I was like, no, there's thousands. And she was like, oh, we're not on the same page, young man.
Nope, we are not.
And she just walked away.
Yeah, I don't know. Someone said that I looked like someone else has said I look intimidating. And I'm like, I don't know why. I don't think I put off that vibe that I'm intimidating. It's not like I'm a big guy. I'm not like, I'm not bulky. I'm not built. So I don't know why people would be afraid to say something.
I would say if you and I walked up to, 2 or 3 older people, they were probably more prone to talk to you than they would me.
Probably, yeah. But I did have one of the people on TikTok that bought one of my shirts with the Bears wore it to like a family event, and their parents were like, "That it's blasphemous. You shouldn't put that on your shirt. Like that's not in the Bible." And then it was like, "Well, go look it up." And they look it up, and they're like, "Well, there's probably some sort of context to this. You need to talk to a preacher."
No, I don't need to talk.
No, you don't. No, he's a fucking dick. He killed 42 kids because he made fun of a bald man. I mean, come on. What? This God is more irrational. People will make like gender jokes about women being irrational. Yet every war on this planet has been started by a man. And this God is so temperamental that he kills people for making fun of a bald man. I mean, come on. What's his issue? He's got some sort of hormonal imbalance he needs fixed.
Yeah, he needs to go see the goddamn doctor.
Right. He needs a psychiatrist or something. Who kills 42 kids for making fun of a bald man?
And then who justifies it? Who tries to make it sound
here's the arguments for justification. You ready? They weren't kids. They were just young adults.
And that justifies it how?
I don't know, but that's what they tell me. They say, maybe you shouldn't make fun of a guy that's bald. Like what these people are just like, whatever this God does, that's fine. I'm cool with it. Kills people with bears. That's fine. Throws infants on rocks. Cool. I don't get it.
Yeah, and back to your original point. At the end of the day, Christians of all brands, choices, whatever influences, mythologies. Sometimes what you read, it just is what it is. It doesn't matter what the damn context was. It doesn't matter what time period it was in. It doesn't matter who was alive and who was dead. What's wrong is wrong.
And that's why I don't get, like, why would this message be sent to us in such a terrible way? Let's see what Mama Bear said. People these days are intimidated by every little thing. Oh my God. Which God are you talking out to? That butterfly just flew near my face. I'm traumatized. Do you know what butterfly is in German?
God.
No. It's like like something really like it's a mouthful.
Well, we can end the stream. I just learned my lesson of the day. How to say butterfly in Russian.
But no, German.
And to the I saw a couple comments in there. Yes. Jeff is a teddy bear, as I am. Once people get to know me and they figure out this what appears to be this hard exterior, I'm a big old teddy bear.
There it is. Schmetterling.
That's
a butterfly in German. That's our lesson for today. 678-506.
Oh god, that just reminded me of it was a TV show or something, and somebody always talk like.
Hey, did you see this? The guy throwing the babies on the rocks on glass.
Oh, sweet.
I'm gonna be next time you. It smells weird. And then also I got a. I got a pillow for my living room.
Sweet. Is it soft?
Huh?
Is it soft?
It is very well. I mean, it's a little rough on the corners, but it's very soft in the middle. Oh, a phone call. Oh no, it's a phone call. Shh. Hello.
Hello.
How can I help you?
What?
Why? What?
Are you the atheist troll?
I am.
Well, fuck you, bitch.
Okay. When would you like to schedule an appointment?
Oh, so tough.
I thought I was gonna get lucky tonight. I guess not.
Are you the atheist troll? Fuck you, bitch.
What area code is that? What's a 732 area code? Where is that from? New Jersey. Oh, friendly New Jersey caller. Thank you for calling in on the show tonight.
Joycey.
Yes. The Jersey Shore. Should we call him back? No. Yeah, no.
Let's check that old Bible and see if that was how a Christian should handle themselves.
Who knows if they're Christian or not? And Christians don't even know what a real Christian is. So how are we supposed to know?
Christian, Muslim, whatever. If they don't like you, they're a person of faith.
New Jersey in the house. We had a Christian caller earlier that didn't have a problem with us, and I think the majority of American Christians are fine. It's the ones that scare me, like the Marjorie Taylor Greens. Those people are the ones that I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you guys got to go back to your church, like, and stay there.
Please.
I can't handle these people that are the rapture stuff and not even knowing. I mean, the rapture is not even like original. It's a new thing. It's a new concept. It's not something that was in the Bible. It's not something that the people that early church fathers talked about. This is a new thing. It's a new scare tactic. So I don't understand why these people think that the rapture is about to happen tomorrow. And why they're on social media. Get the fuck off social media, because that's like, there was a lady complaining about being on social media while she's on social media, talking about these kids today or don't know about the rapture, and you're going to be on Facebook, blah, blah. I'm like, you're on social media right now. Hello?
Hi, yes. Did you know someone named Upsexy?
No, I don't.
Whoa. So I have some unfortunate news, unfortunately.
What's that?
Okay, so hear me out. My sister's pregnant.
Okay.
And I can't believe I'm about to be a father. By the way, that's Top Hat.
Well, it would only make sense that the Atheist Troll Live gets trolled live. But no evidence for God has been presented on this program as normal. I do have some people that want to call in next week, though, because apparently can prove that Jesus existed through whatever the fuck they're going to talk about. And that's why we have Atheist Cats here, because it ain't happening.
Oh, hey, and on the, I'll have to go back and look. I think it's the 11th. I'm still finalizing the details, but we're going to have Robert Price.
Oh.
I just want to bring that Derek Lambert from Myth Vision.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm waiting to hear back from GE and then Jason from Dragons of Genesis. And we're going to do the whole, what are the common Christian arguments?
Yes.
We're just going to debunk the fuck.
Hey, so we can obviously talk about this offline, but I actually have a Google Doc that I've been building and working on that has the top 10 Jesus like mythology comebacks, that they want to use as evidence for Jesus's existence. So I can give you that, and we can just go down the list.
Absolutely.
Titan has some evidence though.
Titan Uranus. The only reason he comes to any Tang shows, live shows, is just to hear his name said that way.
Myth Vision is pretty damn good. Myth Vision is pretty damn good. He's been traveling around for content. I do actually like Dragons in Genesis, and I don't watch, this is going to sound bad, but I don't watch a whole lot of programs, mainly because I just don't have time. But Dragons in Genesis, whenever that pops up on my feed, I'm just like, I might listen to this, because it's usually pretty interesting. Like it's a weird take on Bible stuff that I thought I knew. Yeah,
it would. You'll like it. I'll see if I can find it, and I'll send you the link for it. But Derek just did a conversation with somebody the other day that focused on the virgin birth.
Sure.
Their main focus, and all the study that I went into it. I had so many Christians try to tell me, "Well, no, you don't understand this, and you don't understand that," and I'm like, what you're saying makes no sense. But I'm just going to keep researching.
Oh, we don't understand virgin birth. I wonder why that is.
Yeah. And this person didn't just do it from one angle. They're like, no, here's all the different ways they try to defend it, and this is what it is. And like eliminate. I was like, see, y'all always want to point at us and say, this dude's a dumbass. He's out there. He has no idea what he's talking about.
Do you want me to answer that? It's the same people.
Sure.
All right. What's up?
Yeah, you wish you could.
So when I used to do cell phone activations back years ago, this has been like in the early 2000s. You used to do, about cell phone activations. So when you do cell phone activations, you sometimes have to call in to the carrier and get help with, something. You know what I mean? So sometimes you call in and you have to call the AT&T or whoever to get help. Well, the phone number for AT&T was one digit off from a sex phone like number. And so every once in a while you'd hit the wrong digit and you'd be next to your customer, and this is what you would hear on the phone. But also, like, after you're like, 20 years old, it's not really phasing.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Thanks. Anyway, I'm like halfway just like, I'm going to put their phone number on the bottom of the screen. Yeah, it's like,
you should.
Yeah, everybody call this number. It's a 443 area code. I don't know where that is. Is it 443 area code is Eastern Maryland. Okay. Eastern Maryland. They're still on the phone. Still going. You guys still going, man. Okay, I'll put you back on hold. Anyway, maybe I'll hang up on them. Jeez. I'm gonna look them up. I'm gonna call somebody.
When we're done, send me that number in Skype. I'll call it. We're gonna do a call-in show a little while after yours, so I'll call them from ours.
Yeah, I'll just put it in the private chat. Oops, sorry. Damn it. Just put it up on that. Damn it. Messed up. Sorry. That's the number. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. No, this is a different number. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hey, what's up, man?
Yo, is this Atheist Children?
It is. Are you Canadian?
Close.
Okay. What can we do for you?
Hold on. Give me like 2 seconds here. I'll be right back. Like literally 2 seconds.
Sure. Yeah, let's do this on your time. Let's do it on your time.
Big black nigga balls.
It's your show, bro. It's your
I know.
show.
Okay, they hung up. Yeah, I don't know why people would call in like that. It's weird. Definitely wouldn't want. I mean, I don't want to share these people's private numbers. That'd be the wrong thing to do, especially when they call in trolling the show. Would never want to give out a number. I'm sure it's a Google. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to put that. I was trying to put it in the private chat. Oz. I was trying to put it in the private chat just so we know, like, the numbers not to answer. Like they're calling right back. I wouldn't want to. Let's just put this one on the list. You got that in the private chat?
I'm going to it now.
Oh, okay. Oh, I put it on the screen again. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. No, we won't get any serious callers tonight. I don't know where they are. Couldn't tell you. I did get a phone call earlier that left me a voicemail. Let's listen to the voicemail.
Ask her if fossil fuels act as a natural coolant to the Earth's surface to help condensation, and if the removal of the oil, not just the consumption of the oil, is contributing to geothermal warming, where places where there is heavy drilling become more arid.
Okay. Interesting. And then this is a voicemail I just got.
Hey, you're a bitch. I wanted to talk to you, man. Pick up the fucking phone, man. Pick up the fucking phone. Pick it up. Call me.
Hello?
All right? All right. All right. I'll see you later. All right. Goodbye.
Yeah, Patrick in the chat. At Oz, is this trolling the troll?
This is trolling. Yeah,
This is not trolling.
It's a different phone number now.
This is children.
Hello?
Big Black Nigga Boss HD.
Interesting.
Wow, y'all need to go back to like playing. Jesus Christ!
I know, you think they'd get better at this. Hold on, I'll put that. We got to put that one on the list so that we know that if they call back, not to answer. I mean, it's the same 949 number. Like I can clearly figure out which number it is. Put it on the screen again, damn it! I was trying to put it in the private chat. I mean, I guess everybody can get a Google Voice number at this point in time. And it's the same people again. Hey. Should we just wait till like 2 a.m. and do a show and just call all the numbers that we have from the list and see who answers?
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I know for sure. Usually, I had somebody else that wanted to call in to talk about. Yep, that number's on the list. Can I help you?
Hello?
What? So I used to, Oz, when I was a kid, what I thought was fucking hilarious is I used to call this radio station. It was a college radio station in Atlanta. And, you know, I would mess with the radio show host, and they played this terrible music. I mean, just absolutely god awful, like earth tones and stuff. This is a different number. Hello?
Hey, I got voicemail last time. But is your only problem with religion the harmful effects that the extreme sides of it cause?
My only problem with religion is that it's not true.
Oh, okay. Well, all right.
I mean, I would rather know more true things than false things.
Yeah, I guess I can empathize with that.
And then when people have false thoughts that they act upon and do things, they could be harmful. But the base problem is having the incorrect thought process in the first place, or the untruthful belief.
Well, I don't even know if I would call it an unfruitful belief. I mean, it's
truthful.
It's almost impossible. Oh, truthful.
Truthful, yeah.
I don't know if it's possible to know anything 100% other than yourself. So I think as long as somebody's religious belief, whether it's Christian or whatever religion, whatever denomination of that religion, isn't harming anybody, but either helping them or helping them help other people in some sort of good way that isn't toxic, I don't see why that would be a problem, even if it is a false belief.
Are you a Christian?
I am. I called earlier.
Oh yeah, he was the guy that called in the first call.
Oh God, thank you. Okay. We just got trolled like back to back time, so I'm a little.
I don't know if I'd call
called
it trolling.
a few times and got voicemail.
Oh,
Yeah,
DOS back here.
troll, getting annoyed. Okay.
I called.
I wouldn't say so. The thing is, like, there isn't. You don't need a false truth, or I guess an untruth belief, in order to help people or to progress society. So I don't know why that's necessary. Yeah. If a group of people isn't harming me, why would I care? I mean, but you have, any group that can be cultish, like LDS Mormons or polygamous groups, things like that. Like, I would say that those are harmful. But I also think that telling a child that there's eternal hell is also a problem. So yeah, I
would say that hellfire Christian preaching is a little toxic.
But you can get that just from reading the Bible. I can remember one time I was in chapel.
Different ways to interpret it.
We had chapel on Thursdays, which was I went to a high school that was primarily Southern Baptist. And I sat there in chapel with a Bible take a Bible out of the thing in front of me. What do they call that? The pew, I guess. I don't know what do you call that in a Baptist church? Chairs? Because you have chairs. You don't have pews.
It's either a chair or a pew.
Chair. Well, it's a pew. I was Catholic, but this is a Baptist church at the time.
Oh yeah, you're Catholic. Definitely a pew.
Yeah, it's a pew. So I cracked the book open and I read Revelations because I was like bored. This guy's rambling about who knows what. So I'm going to read Revelations and scare the shit out of myself. Like, nobody did that to me. I just read the book, So that's what I mean.
I would say Revelation is it's obviously very heavy in imagery and mythical in the way that it's written. But I don't think that the original intent of that message was hellfire. But then if you ask me what is the original intent, I would say I don't know. But it just doesn't seem to fit with the entire message of love that Christianity should be about.
Why do you think that is?
Why
do you think so many Christians get it wrong?
Because it's easy to manipulate people. If you tell somebody who's young and naive that, if you don't believe or even pretend to believe in this all-powerful entity, that you're going to be tortured for eternity, I think it's pretty easy to manipulate people with it. And I think that that's wrong. But just because the most popular sects, at least on social media, have that type of message, I don't think that means it's the truest message. If that makes sense.
How do we know that? How did you establish that?
I mean, we don't know it.
Okay, so back to your original point when you called in, that's why I believe. So I was a Christian for 30 years. Was essentially in full-time ministry with my brother. He's still a pastor today, and I'm very familiar with the hellfire and brimstone message, and I'm also familiar with the more which we kind of migrated to as we got older. The idea of a quote unquote hell isn't like a fire and burning; it's more so an eternal separation from God. Which, if you were a believer, that would sound like hell. If you do believe in this God, that's where the religion, the faith. I won't even start with the word faith yet, but the religion and the belief, holding a belief, without being able to give good reasons on why everyone should be convinced that it's there, and then use it, as you already stated and admitted, to manipulate people. Then more times than not ends up in harm, abuse, neglect, abandonment, trauma, and all those things. Unfortunately, that is kind of the web that and not just Christianity, to be fair, but a lot of religions, the web they weave, and they try to hide it behind the good things, the apparent good things, because usually the good things, even the community outreaches and all that, there's usually some type of motive behind that, and it's not people's lives or their eternal being. There's money or building funds or other things going on. So that's why when we say that, it's almost internally going to produce negative things, and it sucks. But the more we find out about it, and the more information we have in 2021, we see that is that's the hand we're dealt with religion.
I would pretty much agree with you, because I think it's terrible that mainstream Christianity has turned out that way. But also, I would think that the hellfire, I mean, I'm kind of stabbing myself saying this, but I think, I definitely think it's true that the hellfire Christian message, I'm not even sure the Christians because I don't necessarily believe in an eternal hell, and the only separation is like literal death, like nothingness, like what you believe. But I think, if the people who say that they do believe it actually believe it, I think that they would just be, like super depressed all the time, locked inside, because I'm sure that they have friends and family who didn't believe. So, I mean, I think even Christians don't necessarily believe in a eternal continuous torture.
Yeah, if I could jump in there, I wish what you just said there was accurate, and I wish that was the case, that people that actually believed in not just a separation, but an eternal damnation of being, tortured and humiliated. I wish those people were just sitting in their bedrooms in the dark and not wanting to talk to people because they're scared of what's going to happen to their family. I wish that was the case, because they would do less harm, right? They would do less harm to society. But just like I was talking to Derek Lambert this morning on his show, Myth Vision, that's not the case, though. They're the ones continuing to spread that venom and spread that poison. And I talk to these people. I mean, that's how I grew up, man. And I talk to these people all the time. And if the question I love to ask them is, when you die, if there is a heaven, let's say you go to heaven, is it really eternal bliss? Is it really eternal happiness if you're there and let's say nobody else in your family made it? Like you don't have your parents, you don't have your spouse, you don't have your kids, you don't have your cousins, your best friends. Is that really heaven? That's how you want to spend eternity? Was without all the people that you spent your lifetime with? I couldn't buy into that. If I was still a Christian, I could not buy into that. That is absurd to me. But unfortunately,
that could also be a weak case for universalism. If there is an all-loving God and he wants you to be in eternal bliss, then how could that possibly happen if nobody around you made it there also?
And I could throw several things back. One, in the Gospels, which I at this point give no credence to, but in the Gospels it says that Jesus came, or he gave his life so that all would be saved. There were no all but these folks, and of course all the different branches of Christianity and even Calvinists, say there's the elect. But if it's all inclusive, also the other thing is, then we have to go back to Genesis. Then what was the point in Adam and Eve eating the fruit and you're surely this day you will die, and like what was the point in any of that? I feel like we knock out two birds with one stone.
Yeah. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so those are the things that I would challenge you to think, not just think about, but dig into and study on, because those are some of the things when I went through my deconstruction process and going through and deconstructing my belief and my faith, and what for Oz, what are my good reasons? Do I have good reasons to have a belief or have faith in in this God. And these are some of the things when I started to parcel them all out and kind of piece them out. I was like, oh shit, this doesn't make sense anymore. And then once I went to the next step, I was like, well, then now this doesn't make sense anymore. So again, I'm not here to convert or deconvert anybody, but I do want to challenge beliefs and ideas. And I hope you'll do that.
Yeah, I'm definitely challenging my beliefs, but I'm not going to get super into it. But I do think that they're affirming my faith. But I definitely, to get back to the original point I called in for, I definitely think that a lot of modern branches of Christianity have got the message wrong. Although I'm not a progressive Christian, I think that their message of love and acceptance is the most helpful for spreading the message.
It's the least problematic.
Yeah, it's also the least popular. But I mean, even
it's getting there.
But which one?
Yeah, at least
the
Christianity.
The progressives.
Yeah, I mean, there's look. It doesn't.
They
matter.
don't get rid of the Bible at this point because most of the stuff that they're talking about is not biblical.
Yes. However, the love and acceptance portion of it, I think, is beneficial, at least to bringing people.
Yeah, but you don't need Christianity to be loving.
Religion.
You can be loving and accepting without Christianity. So why not just drop the extra?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I think faith can bring people comfort, though.
It can for a short period of time.
Obviously, you don't have to be religious or have faith in any religion to have peace and comfort. But for some people, I definitely think it's beneficial.
Do you think that the human race has not evolved to a point to get rid of religion yet?
I'm not sure that they ever will. I don't know the study, but I believe that, you know what? I forget too much of it that I'm not even going to bring it up. But religion, ever since, the earliest forms of Homo sapiens, or even before Homo sapiens, started to develop religion, and it benefited them. So I think religion is beneficial in our biological evolution.
And I could be wrong. You can correct me, but I think what you're referring to is not so much the religious portion of that, as much as it is the community, the camaraderie, the cohesiveness that we do, social creatures that we desire, because we can definitely, it's been demonstrated, we can definitely achieve that without a religion. I could be wrong. You correct me, but I think you're referring to that, like those papers and those studies.
I believe that's part of it, but I think a lot of it's more like the ritualistic, which also, you could say that that's the same thing that you just said, bringing a community together as social creatures.
Yeah, because even rituals. I don't know if you played sports at all. I played. Well, I was actually very fortunate. I played all-state baseball, but I had the same baseball coach from the time I was in Little League all the way up through high school. And we had, if you want to call them rituals, right? And I looked forward to that. And if a week went by and we got rained out, we couldn't have games, we couldn't have practice. Like, I missed those things. No, it wasn't a religion. I didn't have a belief in baseball, but my human nature was I enjoyed the camaraderie. I enjoyed the team, the family feel, and there was those things I knew I could count on that made me happy, got me excited, and that I loved to do and I was passionate about. So absolutely, those are 100% built into us as humans.
Yeah, and I'm trying to find the article that kind of mentions it, but I probably won't be able to in this short amount of time. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to pick your brain about a few things,
Sure.
And I'm happy that I got to talk.
Yeah, thanks for calling in and actually being a real call.
Yeah, I got tired of hearing all the calls.
It happens, fortunately or unfortunately. But
and now that I know that he was the gentleman that called in earlier, I will say thanks for calling back in. And as atheists, I know Jeff said this earlier, but as atheists, we do value and appreciate Christians or Muslims or anybody from the theist side of the table that will come on and have productive conversations that are efficient and educational, and hopefully everybody can take something away from it and learn from it. So thank you for that.
Yeah, and I'm glad you guys, keep conversation about religion going. Even if it's negative, it still produces thought to the topic. So I'm glad you guys do what you do. But anyway, enjoy the rest of your night.
Oh yeah, have a good night. That's a future atheist. I've
Yep.
never seen one.
And real quick, Patrick said in the chat, Oz, religion is beneficial, ? Isn't it also detrimental? This is the problem. Christians want to celebrate the hits and ignore the misses, confirmation bias from the get-go. And Patrick, I completely agree with that, because we could point out, for those things that they see as beneficial, we could flip the script and point out, tit for tat on the things that are detrimental to that. So I agree. And as a confirmation bias, yes. And that's why I was trying to challenge the caller, like dig into that book and look at it with different lenses.
Mhm.
Try to make sense out of it. Try to make sense out of those hell claims and eternal claims, and then look at the Gospels. Then look back at Genesis 1, and why do we need Genesis 1 and 2 if everything is all inclusive? Like what was the purpose, and why did Jesus say, or why did the gospel say that Jesus died so that all would be saved?
Here's a good question too. Well, comment. Came across Oz on an Amy Newman stream. Shout out to Amy. A couple of weeks ago, and just found my way here recently. Are all of the Tang hosts from Atlanta? No. I am in Atlanta. I think I'm the only host that lives in Atlanta. Oz lives elsewhere, and somewhere in Indianapolis. So no, we live in different areas, but ATL is Atheist Troll Live or Atlanta. It could be either. I don't know.
That's just a good marketing plan.
Baseball players want to celebrate the hits and ignore the misses. Confirmation bias from the get-go. Yeah. I think that though he's kind of where I was at too, is you realize that Christianity is toxic. You're like, this shit's fucked up. Like, I don't want to be part of that. But I'm wired already because, of how I was raised to believe in this God. So let me go ahead and build this God in an image that I can justify. Let me build it in a way like God wouldn't send everybody to hell. That doesn't make sense to me. So now that God that I now believe in wouldn't send people to hell, but it's not the one that's in the book. Read the book and you got a problem with the way you think about your God. That's what happened with me. I was like, I thought I knew who this God was because I had built this idea in my own mind. But when you actually read the book, that's not what's in there. That's not what you read. That's not what you see. That's not what's repeated.
Yeah, and it's I think he said, I was trying to count. I lost count. But the key word is the word interpretation.
Ooh, we got a $5 super chat.
Super.
Another great Tang show. First time here, and just want to be adding to will be adding it to my growing list of YouTube viewing. Truth, Logic, and the Atheist Way. Patrick Lowinger. Thanks, Patrick.
Patrick and I talk quite a bit between Amy's show and then our call-in show. And he's a big Nate fan, just so you know. He likes Nate.
Get the hell out of here. Get that. I get it off the screen. Take your $5 back. Nate show.
No, Patrick's a great guy, and he's one of those. And you'll like it when I say this. He's the Dr. Josh type.
Oh, okay.
Like super. Like he gets going
and quiet.
He gets going. I just hit the mute button. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
I do want to get Dr. Josh still expecting.
Oh, you know what? I'm glad I said that, and then you just said that. Hold on, before we wrap here, I want to hold on. I'm glad that just happened.
Did anybody check out the Thought Adventure podcast or Hammond's Den? Love to see you guys on there.
I was supposed to be invited, and
they took it back. They saw your show. They were like, nah, never mind.
Never got the invite. Well, I don't think. I think Jake. I like Jake, but I think Jake hates me because I talk shit to him all the time about losing to Vin in a debate. Even though I actually don't think that. I think he very handedly beat Vin in a debate. But I'm just fucking around with Jake, and I think he officially hates me. Hold on, I'm pulling some up.
I'm reading comments. That caller very well may be on his way to becoming an atheist when I started being critical of most of the church and the concept of hell. And that's when I started falling away. Yeah, the Bible doesn't make sense. It's a great book to read if you don't want to be a Christian. Let me remove this banner. But you can go get your merch, like this glassware. And pillows and throw blankets. There's throw blankets on there too. Get yourself a God is not dope towel for the beach towel. And then go to Oz's beachfront property that he has. What are you looking for?
I almost got it.
So intently. Is Dr. Josh's new book out yet?
Yes, that's what I'm getting linked for.
Oh, okay. All right. Sweet. I'm glad that that's out. I needed another book to use.
It literally just hit.
Published. Yeah, that's a good to note. I'm gonna have to put that link in there then, because it's gonna be on. I'm assuming it's an Amazon.
There it is. Yep, I'm getting ready to get the link up there. Why does Amazon make their damn share buttons
Difficult to find?
Jesus Christ.
Wait, I already found it. The Atheist Handbook. Why did it take you so long?
Well, because I went to the wrong site. I forgot it was Amazon. Because originally he told me I think he was going to publish to only Kindle first. And that's where I got fucked up.
Yeah, there's the hardcover.
Yeah, so if you get the link, go ahead and send it.
Buy it now. Well, I'm buying it first, and then I'll send the link. First, I got to buy a copy. Get that on the way to the house. Okay, so there it is. So the newest book, The Atheist Handbook. Here's the link. Let me dump this in here. Ow! There it is. So there's your Atheist Handbook to the Old Testament. Hardcover. This is a first edition. First edition Dr. Josh book. Clear and straightforward explanations to complex topics. Direct engagement with hot button Old Testament issues like slavery and rape. Specific arguments to help you in a debate or discussion. Damn. He's done some good work here.
Yeah, he sent me the rough draft about a month ago. I got through a good portion of it. And dude, it's dope, dude. Every atheist needs to own it, but then Christians, y'all need to get it because you're going to go through it like, God damn it.
Yeah.
God damn it. God damn it.
Is this in the live chat, bruh?
Hey, bruh, put down the leaves, bruh.
We got another $5. I'm a cultural atheist fostering an 8-year-old Muslim boy, so I found that I cannot take Islam away from him. Yeah, that's a difficult situation. That's definitely a difficult situation, and I would not tell you to take it away from them, but naturally sparking skepticism so that they find the truth is on their own accord. I think that's just something that you teach somebody. I put the link in there already. Is it not letting me put the link in?
Oh, that's what I was telling you, dude.
It's like banning it.
Yeah, there's like an actual share button.
It knows you're spamming. What if I do it that way and then I do this? Boom. Link. It's in there now.
Sweet.
Suck it. Now you can click on it.
Suck it.
Click it. Buy the book. Click it now. Click. Click that link and buy that book for Dr. Josh. He's got a baby on the way. He's got to support his family. All right.
Yeah, guys. I bought the hardcover and the Kindle.
If you don't buy this book, you will burn in hell.
Yes, you will.
Yes.
For eternity.
God's watching you right now as you hover over that click button to buy. And you tell me you can't give Dr. Josh $34.99 for a wealth of knowledge that he's going to share with you. The guy's a fucking doctor.
Gynecologist, but he's a doctor nonetheless.
Disgusting, these guys are. And while you're on it, honestly though, what's interesting is while you're on Amazon and you're picking out a book, how about checking out a t-shirt? Oh, look at that. Did Jeff find his way to Amazon? Yeah, I did.
Ooh.
Yes, I did. My shirts got through.
Why are you muted? Okay, well, Jeff said wrap it up. For some reason, his own computer was sick of hearing his shit. So we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Everybody in the chat, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. And I just want to say, Aunt Jur, I see you in the chats, and you plotting with my aunt to post baby pictures. That's not weird at all. It's not weird at all. But we'll go ahead and wrap it up unless Jeff can talk now.
Can you hear me?
Oh, there we go.
My batteries died. This thing takes batteries. I didn't know that. I didn't know the microphone takes batteries.
Where?
In the thing that has the thing.
And that's the thing.
In the thing. Hold on, I'll show you the thing. It's this thing. I use this thing. It takes double A's. And
okay.
It came with these wonderful. They're like super warm right now. I know that these Maxil alkaline batteries got to be like the highest quality batteries on the market. So
hell yeah, get them at the Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
Why don't you hook it up to the back of your road?
I got rid of that. That's
Oh.
too expensive. That's too high. That's too highbrow for me. Yeah. Anyway, thanks guys. Thanks Oz. Bye. Thanks guys for joining and coming to the show today. Next week we have a great show with Atheist Cats talking about history and how we know things. Until then, we'll see you later.